morning, loves. Oh, should have put this on my little thingy wang. Orientation is it? Well, what do you want? Ginger is dead. Right? Okay, there we go. I'm a Bubs. I'm on live TV. I'm a dog. I just went way too far down the road chasing a mongoose. And, oh yeah. I almost had to get on a leash, right? Yeah, because leashes are like, you know. So. Right. They do something. Oh yeah, they restrict the freedoms. Oh, the restricting of the freedoms. I remember that part. Oh, see, look at this dude. He's such a bastard. He's like, oh yeah, you want me to chase a mongoose? Okay. Bobo! Nope, come here. Good boy. Nope, come here. Come on now. Don't be chasing no damn stinking mongooses. What the? Who would do such a thing? Huh? Trash. Anyway, I was just having a hard day. I'm like, dude. It just feels like, dude, our freedom, it's just disappearing, man. Right before our eyes. And nobody seems to care. It's like, what were we even, what was the objective? Like why did we start this project in the first place? If we weren't shooting for like liberty, for the right to be happy, to like become educated and aware of our place in nature and among society. Like we're supposed to be trying to like grow and figure it out and get it all like consolidated into like a functional, efficient, creative force, like it just seems so weird, like all these, drastic changes and occurrences, and right, doesn't it seem weird how like why do the good guys get taken out like so often? People are afraid to stand up for what's right. I mean, dude, seriously. And I mean, I'm better. I'm totally just like bitching out here. And that doesn't feel good. Like I've tried to make it my Bubbles, stay. Like my priority to like my my promise to myself almost, you know, just to give myself like a fair like consideration of all possibilities and all, you know, like like a way of falling into like a rhythm of meaningful experiences. I just, you know, I feel like life is very rare and in the universe, like, and for us to be at this point where our species is just like, is so, like, it's just a few centuries, really. We've come so far, so fast. It's mind blowing. And, you know, it seems like every generation has a new, like, capability within them, right? Like, so I see the youth of today just so fast to just pick up technology and just they're already into it, and so it's just, you know, it's like hyper evolution is occurring, and right, we've got these epigenetic traits in our genes, and they're just like switched on and switched off depending on the environment that we're born in and the environment that the mother is in while we're in utero. And right, so some of those genes can be switched on and off, like from severe environmental stress. And it's not, that's no small thing. There is like some serious shape shifting going on this planet. Like the extinction events that seem to be a recurring pattern, they have, you know, presented like an opportunity for the survivors each time, um, you know, to kind of like start fresh with a new, you know, like a new set of conditions, and it's like beautiful in its way, and it's in its own way, and it's like tragic, like in a whole other, you know, if you got empathy for all the species lost and stuff, you feel, you know, like they had like a beautiful place to fit into the whole fractal puzzle, right? So it's it's really hard for me right now. I nobody believed me when I went on my like a year and a quarter ago. I posted a live video talking about how easy a third party takeover would be since everyone was voting just against the other guy. And he didn't want, you know, everybody that didn't want him was, you know, and it only still was like 23% versus 24% of the voters. And I was just like, that still pretty much leaves like 95% of the vote really just like sitting there waiting for someone that they would support. And I'm like, I didn't, it was comedy, but it was like a real observation. And I didn't really mean, I don't think like, yeah, like, oh yeah, I'm the guy for the job. Bubbles, stay. I just, because, but we're all like conditioned to just think, oh, like, yeah, but who am I? Yeah, but you're right, I can't make any difference by myself or whatever. But we really do have an impact in our lives. Like, everywhere we go, our vibration, our frequency emanates. It's like we change the vibration of everything else in our environment as well as we synchronize, and whether we, um, like think it out or harmonize. So I'm, I'm just, anyway, yeah, like I went on. I had my Acura Lightning. My buddy's got it right now. I miss Lightning. But yeah, happiest Acura ever. I went on some car chases. I did some crazy, drastic, um, it was like a movie scene that, lasted 2 weeks for me. And it was a very close call. It was a very close call. It was, I was surrounded at the gas station. All these people that were following me caught me and surrounded me, but I was like staying on camera, like as protection. I was just like, at least keep me on camera. Calling the FBI, calling the police, like, hello, can you guys help me get out of this situation? I am surrounded. And, even the cop came and was like, dude, it must be like, I feel for you, thinking people are after you. That must be really hard. Like he was still didn't even believe me. So weird like that. I waited half an hour and this guy, he had a Vietnam vet sticker on his, I can't even remember what kind of vehicle, but he had like in the shirt, you could see the, like, Uzi shaped object under there. And I was like, I went to go finally pump my gas after a half an hour of like trying to call for help, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna just like pump gas because my car's here in the shade, my dogs were in the car. And the guy with the Uzi shaped bump, right on the other side, he said, "You gotta wait in line for that, son." Or wait, there's an order to things. You gotta wait in line for those kind of things, or something like that. It was like, you know what I mean? It was weird. I was just like, what are you even talking about? I'm like pumping my gas here. Like, why would that? And then he put on his radio. Bubs, hey, come here, come on, bye-bye. Good boy, good boy. Oh, good boy. Oh, yeah. Good boy. Oh, yeah. Oh, you gotta stay, buddy. You gotta stay over here. I gotta give him a treat for now. So, the guy plays on his loudspeaker. Like, you could hear it. Everyone at the gas station, like, even inside, it was so loud. He played it on this loudspeaker. I swear to God, it was like Trump's voice. Like he was at some kind of rally or speech or something, like, He was like, if I ever had like an opponent arise that like thought he could take over, my reign with whatever third party take the, third party takeover. I would, I'd have them villainized and uh, uh, made out to look crazy and on drugs and what was it? It was like what's the word I'm thinking? I'm forgetting. Anyway, it, uh, dang, I can't think of the word. Sorry. Anyway, it was really weird. Yeah, and I'd have him like thrown in the loony bin, and no one would even know what happened to him. I was just like, what is going on? Because like I had just received so much slander from so many people. Like so many things were made up about me. I was just like, oh my god, like dude, something is going on here. This is weird. Like I didn't even, you know what I mean? Why is everyone so focused on me? Like lots of people have YouTube channels. Lots of people talk about their experiences. Yeah. I am now, a year later, seeing that was set up with like some very majorly scary, like they, tried to take me out. And I had to do some crazy Jedi shit to get out of it. And here they are, trying to like make it look like discredit. I mean, is that the word I was looking for? You just like discredit me, right? It's like so. Duh. Anyway. Anyway, I just, it's weird as hell that now that they're talking about trying to get me mentally evaluated and trying to keep me here and discrediting my intellect and capabilities and awareness, like by trying to make me out to like I'm crazy or something. And um, I have fun with voices and characters, and like I think they're mostly just made up in my head. Like I make these characters up, and I'm just like thinking of as I practice an accent or you know what I mean. I just make up a character like a comic book character in my head of who that would be, and it makes me, you know what I mean. Like I got my like kung fu guy in there that and like Captain Oblivious and all these, you know, Jaguar dog, and like an actor, like Jim Carrey or these actors that like really get into their roles. That's how they do it. They like pretty much like imagine that they are that person, and that how they would act and how they would do things. You know what I mean? Like as compared to who you normally are on your default, like your true self, right? But I mean, who are we really? There's just like so much, right? Freedom to be whoever we want to be. And yeah, it's just like somehow that is like when you see that capability in yourself and you show that you see that by expressing it, um, you know, control freaks, they get triggered by that. They're just like, whoa, it's just like way too free for me over here. Oh my God, someone do something about this. So, you know, they do work together. They conspire. I mean, I don't know. So, I'm, I'm not, I'm not into. I don't want to call anyone out. I don't want to like, yeah, man, knock out the bottom card and watch the whole thing crumble down, right? It's just like we've worked really hard to make it this far. There's something clearly going on with the anti-gravity craft and the magnetic excursion and all these things that we're just like not allowed to know about. Our history, for some reason, seems to be like, nope, nope, nope. We're gonna just grow some trees on top of these pyramids and just hope no one notices. And then over a generation or two, they'll just be forgotten about again. I don't know. So I don't know. Atlantis, very real. And the Bible, very real. These, like all these ancient texts, they're like the Greek mythology, all this stuff holds some very clear, like, truth within them. Like, there's so, like, you just have to, like, realize there's so many ways to misinterpret language, especially when you're translating, between languages and carrying it down. You're just like, how would the ancients refer to these UFOs that we're seeing all over the place? They were just being like, like, and then even like I was saying the other day, the F-22s landing in Hilo. They're just like the rockets on there. They're just like thunderously loud. And I'm like, that does sound like thunder. And then, like there's something in the Bible, Ezekiel, something like he came down on a pillar of light. And I'm like, lightning? Like, there's just there's possibilities that could be explained scientifically for almost like every story that's handed down. And yeah, like, we're for some reason conditioned to just go like, oh yeah, like, nobody would ever conspire. We'll just call them crazy conspiracy theorists. Bubbles, no, Bubbles, out of the road, come on, out of the road. Shame on you. It's like that would be like a conspiracy hypothesis, wouldn't it? I mean, I don't know. There's a difference between a theory and a hypothesis. And like, if you're just wondering, I wonder if this is possible and if this is like a reaction that actually has like a correlation with what we're seeing here. And then you test it out, and then if you actually can prove it's true, and then, like, you know what I mean, all connected and whatever, then it becomes a theory. So anyway, that's why I see like science as practically just another religion these days, like, because people are not even, falling back on the scientific method as their main scriptures to be following, right? Like deductive logic. You gotta test out your hypotheses before we call them, like, you know what I mean? Like constants, and pass them forward is like knowledge. We gotta at least make sure that we got like all the options juggled. So anyway, I'm like feeling very, very conflicted today. Well, ex-president, Mr. Trump, yeah, maybe he sent me a clear message in the form of a warning by showing me all those guns and that loud, weird, coincidental, like blaring thing on the speaker with this Vietnam vet in the gas station while I was just like, um, maybe, right? I mean, there was a, there was people all around. It was super like, doesn't everybody see what's happening right here? But no, everyone just got their gas and did their thing, and the gas station workers like acted like they knew what was happening. It was just like, is this a reality show? Like, what is going on here? And yeah, it is. This is a reality show because aren't we aren't we all sharing the same reality? I don't know. So, like, I this it could have been just to scare me and make me realize that I'm insignificant and should not tamper with things that I don't understand, and that if you want to be, conflictual, we can handle that like nothing. So I did learn from that experience. I was just like, whoa, even though I had like this line of police and hitmen follow me away from that gas station, which ensued into another car chase, and I disappeared all. Did some crazy stuff. Made my car look very different, and came out of there with a shaved face and a blue wig, and looked like a woman driving a different car when I came out of that neighborhood. But it's yeah, I've been through some tests, and that one I think I passed because I lived through it. But what I mean, maybe I didn't pass because am I not supposed to tell you about it? Like, am I not supposed to express how boggled I am by it? Am I supposed to just pretend like they're trying to, like, oh yeah, I'm crazy, I'm crazy. Oh, 'cause I do different voices for sure. Yeah, you're just definitely schizophrenic for sure. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Or do I just sit back and let them do whatever it is they have planned and watch and just close my eyes and go, oh my god, this is just excruciating. I'm, dude, I think we came a long way since the American Revolution to today. We are close, dude. We're so close to living like free lives. Like, kids are less likely to be, indoctrinated and abused and isolated and turned into monsters themselves through their own horrible upbringings. And like, there's less violence and less, so it just, it seems like I just have a really hard time, and if I feel horrible for Mr. Trump if he just got his ear clipped off. You know what I mean? That is a lucky call, dude. God bless. Like, nobody deserves to die over trying to, you know, make a difference in the world. And of course, we're going to have different opinions about what should be done and how to handle, all of it. And of course, it seems weird. Uh, the character he chooses to portray on TV and so on. So I question, was that real? But I still have to show respect. If it was, then oh my God, dude, close call. And it makes me really glad that I'm not running for president. Like, whoa, dude, I don't want to be standing up there all like worried about like heads popping up off of roofs and whatever, dude. Like, Jesus. So, I'm like, I'm grateful that I'm alive. I'm grateful that Trump's alive. And I'm grateful that Grandpa Biden's alive. He's doing so good with that. Oh, I gotta pee. Oh my God. Ah! So anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just feels like maybe it's not my time. Maybe I might have more learning that I need to, like, there's things I need to actually get figured out for myself first before I even think about trying to help the world. Maybe there's like good reasons, and I'm not the council. I'm just some artist that's been distracted, and time is flying by, and it seems, very crucial that like somebody does something about it. I don't know about this whole 25 thing. I was reading it, I was like, oh my God. Is there even gonna be opportunity like this again? I'm thinking, no, probably not. It's like, just wait for like 4, 8, 16. No, dude. What's gonna be here in 16 years is probably more like an ice age than like, rather than like political rallies and campaigns and all this crap, you know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna be dichotomy. It's gonna be like frozen solid mammoths with grass in their mouths. So, anyway, sometimes a guy's got to pee. And it's better than getting pissed on, but like, you just feel like you want to make a difference. And then sometimes you only have one shot, and you gotta like disregard all the restrictions and the rules and just jump in the Millennium Falcon and hit light speed, then rebels gotta do what a rebels gotta do, It's crazy. I'll figure it out. Or it won't, no. Continue. Spiraling.